Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay. This is JLeesCorner. This is my late review, okay, for Put a Ring on It Season 1, Episode 6. Episode 6. Girl, this show, okay? If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and all that goodness and stuff, okay? Please like the video. Hit the like button, comment in the comment section. You can also hit the share button to share it on your social media. Follow me on IG or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. All of that information is in the description box. Links to whatever, all that is down there and whatnot. Y'all know to relax, relate, to release, and to center yourself and anyone around you. And always inhale, girl, exhale. But always inhale and exhale to just breathe it on and whatnot. Okay, so we see the episode picks up right where the last one left off with Dr. Nicole asking Michael if he wants to go on a third date with Whitney. And he like, you know what? I do want to go on a third date with Whitney because I want to see if we have a real connection or not. I'm like, okay, of course Shay don't like that, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Now, Dr. Nicole then talks to Ashley in Hollywood a little bit, because she was talking about relationships with family members or whatnot. And Hollywood brought up how his mom was alone her whole life, and so sometimes he feels as if maybe he should be single, and not being not be with someone like that or whatnot, because of how he saw his mom when he was growing up, whatever. He brought how she was alone by herself, whatever, and he was only child, and that she would sometimes hit him to make him cry to get attention from his father, for the father to come over, and or that she would sometimes leave him at parks. I'm like, your mama was somebody didn't call CPS on her out, girl. But he brings up how he know his mom loved him. You know what I'm saying? She did a good job, but not a good job or whatever. And Dr. Nicole, being a parent is hard, so I guess she did the best she can do. But it's okay for you to admit your truth of how you grow up without you feeling as if you are tearing her. I be burping a lot, because I be drinking these, and it makes me belch. I don't know why, but leave me be. But again, he brings up how that Nicole brought up how it's okay to speak your truth without feeling like you are tearing someone else down, because it will help you not repeat whatever you lived. If you keep it all inside, it may not help you the most. Okay, and we then see that everyone this week will go on new first dates, and of course Michael will be going on his third date with Whitney or whatever. Okay, so we see the first date person is Christina. Christina is Vince's date. Okay, and I'm like, okay, titty out or whatever it was, whatever. They had a weird chemistry, nerdy chemistry, but awkward at the same time. It was nothing to write home about. They kept on saying, oh, we had that in common, but I'm like, y'all just keep saying how cute the other one is, and that's really it, and then clanking y'all wine glasses. I don't see no connection, but I'm gonna leave that being whatnot. Okay, we then see Hollywood's date. Hollywood goes on the date with Tasha. To me, I'm like, that dress makes it look like she's naked. Okay, she just looks naked. I look at this one, okay, because of course this is my opening photo, whatever. But I'm like, it's as if she's naked a little bit, and I'm not saying that in a rude way or like she's out here horny or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's like a naked dress. Okay, I guess sometimes you want the man to see every nook and cranny of the body or whatnot, the body, body, yaddy. You just go ahead and wear, little girl dress. I'm like, okay, Natasha and whatnot. But yeah, I felt like she was naked. But Hollywood being Hollywood and being over extra, whatever, he holds both their hands and says a prayer because he has two women in the house that he's dating. I'm looking like, oh, okay, or whatever. I'm like, stop playing with God. Don't do that and whatnot. So they go on a little date and walking and talking. She's in heels, walking and talking, and she was asking him a lot of questions about Ashley, like what's going on with y'all and what's going on with y'all in the past and why y'all here now. And I'm surprised that she stayed with you. If you proposed 4 years ago and then broke it up, like I'm surprised she ain't left your ass yet. Like he was like, she kept asking about Ashley. I think it was less her asking about Ashley and trying to figure out what y'all here for? Like, what's going on? But I feel like that would be more of conversation to have on date 2. Date 1, I guess you're supposed to try to, get to know each other. So, I mean, it was what it was. And that was it with that date. Now, we then see Ashley's date, Kwame. Kwame walked around that corner looking like a model. I said, oh, he is handsome as hell. He looks good. Okay? He look a little bit thuggish. But like when he got a suit on, you don't know he's thugging with the tattoos and whatnot. And like, he can fix flat tires. But he can also make you a Moscow mule. But he can also grease your scalp. But he can also break your back. Like, he looks like, You know what I mean? I was like, oh, hey, Kwame. Okay, hey, Kwame. But he was a very attractive man. I'm sorry, he was a very attractive man. And they went skating at Cascade. Skating around, laughing, talking, joking, or whatever. She like, I could feel the chemistry. Okay, it feels like when I first met Hollywood. He said, I feel a spark. You know what I'm saying? I want another date. But they was laughing and talking and joking about kids. And because he said, you got kids? She said, I got 5. You're like, what? 5 whole I'm just joking or whatever. It was cute. A good time was had by all. And even though he's not a really, really good skater, you know what I'm saying, he's not a bad skater. So again, they had a good time. And I'm like, Kwame is sexy. Okay, he can get it. Or whatever. We then see Michael and them at the house or whatever. Michael and Shay. And he acting like he upset because Shay going on a date. I'm like, tell me, you looking all nice, getting all nice looking. She's like, well, yeah, I want to look nice for my date or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she also happy that he's jealous. I'm like, girl, whatever. So Shay go on a date with Rick. And when Rick walked up, I said he looked like a person who plays overseas basketball. I promise y'all, dudes who play overseas basketball, they have a look. Okay, like they ain't quite made it, but they should have, but they didn't, so they went over there. And I'm like, okay, find out he was an overseas basketball player who played for like 7 years. So when he came to the house to pick up Shay, Michael then said, you know what I'm saying, oh, he too light skinned today, Shay. I said, why would you call? I hate when people do that. I was like, what? Girl, he's stupid. Anyway, he then asked for Rick to have a seat so they can chat. They can chit chat. I was like, what the fuck you want chit chat for, Michael? Michael then says to Rick, I'm saying, I need you to be respectful, homeboy, and saying, because Shay is spoken for. I was like, oh, okay. This is when I said I call bullshit. Because look, Michael has not gave not one single fuck about Shay for the first 5 episodes. He did not care. She left me. She ghosted me. She don't like my son. And all these things. Now, all of a sudden, because she going on another date, oh, now you care. Okay. You ain't bored. No. And it's, you give a fuck as if you not going on a 3rd date with the same female. How do you give any fucks about another first date of hers when she had said no to second dates and you said yes to second and 3rd date already? You can't claim Shay. You need to claim Whitney. Okay? Let that be or whatever. Anyway, Shay on her date or whatever. So she's attractive. Oh, he's attractive. Okay, he's cool. I like him. Shay only likes somebody to make Michael mad. That's it. They ask, I talk about children or whatever. He brings up how he does want kids, even though she says she does not really want them. He's like, well, I want kids. I want to also get married, but I want to get married first, have time with my wife and then have kids. She then said, I like how he talked about marriage and children. You don't like your boyfriend's kid living there. You don't want, girl, get your fake ass out my damn face. Shay on some bullshit and she pisses me off, okay? Talking about if I dated him, I would catch feelings. What the fuck are you there for? I don't get what's the point of them being here. Like, no one is going on second dates except Michael. And everybody, like, just on here pussyfooting and bullshit. I'm gonna leave it be. Okay, but she only gonna go on another date to make Michael jealous. That's it. Okay, that's it. Now Tamika goes on a date with John Mark. Guys who have two first things usually get on my goddamn nerves. Okay, anyway, so John Mark, his last name probably Jefferson. He came to pick Tamika up from the house. Vince did not let him in the house. Girl, Vince open the door, close the door, let him stay outside or whatever. So I feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying, with her going on today. I'm just like, but that's why y'all on the show. Why was anyone consistently feeling some kind of way when y'all both are going out on dates? Don't keep telling me I feel some kind of way. You should feel like a contestant on The Price is Right if you go on The Price is Right. So you should feel like a person on the show about dating people. Asshole. So anyway, on they date or whatever, they was just talking. I wasn't really listening or whatever, but I know they both brought up how it's hard to be internet dating because you meet the person, you know what I'm saying, representative or whatever, and you never know their real intent and whatever, I'm saying. They be putting up, falsities, and you gotta, dig through and shift through their bullshit to see who they really are. I'm like, girl, it ain't no different than dating online and dating in person. It's all a facade or whatever. But you hope to find a real person beneath the bullshit. I'm like, boy, bye. We then see Michael and Whitney. Okay, there go Whitney. Whitney, who had her own confessional look. I was like, oh, because she's a third date person or whatever. Anyway, they have a third date. Like, every time she walk up and I see her, it's like the light shines bright. She's a bright light. She shines bright like a diamond. He said some bullshit out of his mouth. And, they chit-chatting or whatever. He brings up how Shay don't really want his son living with them or whatever. And if so, they can't be together. So he's trying to figure that out. I'm like, the first time someone tells me your son can't live with you or live with us, and if you want to see him, that's cool, get an Airbnb. But it's over right there. Like, that ends the relationship. When you told me to get an Airbnb with my kid, girl, bye. Anyway, Whitney brings up how, for her, it would not be an issue with him having a son or whatever, and the son to live with him. Like, that's just his life. It's common sense or whatever. She also brings up how she feels as if, like, I get the short end of the stick because we have these good old days, have good old times or whatever, but then after the day, I can't call you, I can't text you, I'm saying, I just have to sit here and be to myself, and you get to go home and have a girlfriend to be all in love and have sex. You can't tell me him and Shay ain't still fucking. You can't go on 3 dates with me and I can't call or text you, but you go home and your dick sucks. Psst, not on my watch. Okay, girl, look, I would not be sitting around waiting for Michael. I'll be dating other people too. He dating too. If he can date a girl and you should date a boy and him. Leave that be or whatnot. Anyway, so I want to respect the boundaries of things because I don't want it to be like if me and Shay do break up, I wouldn't want it to be any messiness over what I did with you while I was still with her. That is my cue to exit stage left because you care more about that girl than me. And again, I'm dating you, but I have to kind of just go on your terms. But again, Whitney signed up for the show, so I don't care either way. So we then get all the couples together. Okay, and first up is Shay. No, that's not Shay and Michael. That's the wrong couple. Where is they at? That ain't them either. I was all off. Anyway, there they go. Shay and Michael. Michael brings up how much he enjoyed dating Whitney. Okay, and Shay, I really didn't want him, to be together. I didn't want him to do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that. I'm like, well, whatever. Because I wanted us to leave together. So I didn't want him to be liking her. I was like, what do you think would happen if you allow somebody to date somebody? But, it's a show. So she brings up how she had a nice date with old boy or whatever, and he was her cup of tea. And Mike monkey ass then again mentioned skin tone, saying, oh yeah, her cup of tea, but what's the milk in? I'm looking like, colorism is a thing. Shay brings up how since she's been on dates or whatever, he has been like all over her. You know what I'm saying? He was all over her. And Michael then said, it feels like we dating all over again. I was like, cause you date more than one person. And so was she. I'm just like, they get on my damn nerves, okay? All of them. Anyway, we then see Tamika and Vince. Can I get the right one this time? Okay, boom. Tamika and Vince. Tamika brings up how her date talked a whole lot, like a whole lot. But it was not a bad thing because usually Vince is not as talkative or whatever. He be on his phone all the time because he probably be cheating. Anyway, Vince brings up how he had a good time too on his date. They ended the day both had things in common because they both have photography in common. I'm like, I did not get y'all had anything in common, but I'm gonna leave that be. So she then brings up how her and Vince had actually had a bit of an issue that day, like right before coming, to sit down or whatever. So she's still a bit in her feelings or whatnot. She brings up how she had asked him a question about something in his phone, and then he stated like in response, "Oh, you must not trust me," which made her upset that she questioned him, and he didn't just answer her or whatever. He said that because of her reaction to whatever was going on with his phone or whatever. You asked me that question because of this, that. Well, I'm like, if she answered the goddamn question, it's just so dumb, okay? And so she is she is now upset that he felt like she don't trust him, okay? So she then said, you know what, I just won't ask you shit. I'm looking like, whoa, this escalated pretty quickly or whatever. So they kind of fussing back and forth. Where I'm like, really? Really? I don't know, whatever, baby girl. I'm like, okay. The back and forth is some bullshit. And I love what Dr. Nicole then said. If somebody asks you a question and then you answer them with a question, you end up going in circles because everybody's asking somebody something when no one is answering anyone. Okay, just answer them and then move on. But if you know the question is anchored to something else, call out whatever the something is, and move on from that, because if not, it's just a bunch of bullshit. She's saying what's in your phone, but what she mean is that bitch texting you. Just call out, did you ask about that bitch? Yes, and go from there. You know what I'm saying? But she tells Tamika, like, if you know for a fact that you are asking him a question just to take him down a road that he does not deserve to go down, then you need to ask for a minute, go get your life, and come back a better person within that conversation. Meaning, don't be fucking with that man just because you feel some kind of way and he ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, because you looking for an argument. You're looking for something that you should not be looking for. Okay. And then we have Ashley in Hollywood. He brings up how his date was cute. You know what I'm saying? Had a body, yada yada, whatever. But he did not remember much about the date because she was asking a lot about Ashley, whatever. And Dr. Cole pointed out how, usually the first day you said, you wanted somebody with more body, okay? You then get somebody with more body and you still don't connect with them. So what do you think the thing is? He said, well, I think, you know what I'm saying, once I find someone attractive, I still need like more, and I just haven't found that just yet or whatever. I'm like, if you say so, Hollywood. I think Hollywood on some bullshit too. Abby brings up how her date was good. He was handsome. Okay, they had a really good vibe and everything. And why is it still stop talking to me? Well, that's not nice. I don't mean that, but still. Well, I guess it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's fucking 3 a.m. messaging me. Anyway, she said they had a really good vibe. Okay, it was a fun and easy date or whatever. And Hollywood, like, I don't like how she had such a good time. Like she just talking like it's real good or whatever. I'm like, because she had a good time. So we then find out, well, who wants more dates? Who they went on a date with today? Okay, so Tamika says she does not want a second date with a boy, that there was nothing that sparks anything for her. Vince says he does want a second date, and I was like, ooh, really? Okay. And Tamika, I swear, Tamika damn near lost her breath in real life. She sat there and said that she was okay right now, that she probably would react differently like once he goes on a second date. But I feel like when he said, like, I do want a second date, she was like, I felt that in my spirit or whatever. Michael says he will go on a 4th date with Woody, and when he said that, they was like, nigga, A fourth date? You is actively dating that girl or whatever. He said, because we have some things to talk about. I'm like, what do you have to talk? It's, girl, I don't know. And shut, that's a lot. That's a lot of days. I just can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't, okay, whatever. And so, of course, she said, yeah, I'll go on a second date with Rick, because she doing that to do what? To make Michael upset or whatever. And Michael then says, I don't like it. I don't. And then when he said, like, he don't like her going on a second date, she quickly replies, well, nobody cares what you think. And you say, because you go on the fourth date. And when she did that, they're like, you missed the fact that he gave a fuck that you were doing something. Like all episodes, season long, you've been saying how he does not react, or he doesn't give you any emotion about things, that he just had an actual emotion, and you kind of skated right on. Oh, what he said? I'm like, see, because she ain't shit. Well, he ain't either, but I'm gonna leave that be too. So Hollywood said he does not want to go on a second date because it would feel like he was cheating on Abby. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna do that. Okay. My thing, if that's the point, if that's the thing, then why are you on this show if you know you're not going to give anyone a second date? But I guess let it be what's gonna be. Ashley, however, says she will give old dude Kwame, okay, a second date. And when she said that, Hollywood was like, fuck. And I was like, Hollywood is upset, baby, okay? He then bring up, like, when you start liking somebody, when you start liking someone, when you choose to go on multiple dates with them. I'm like, he's talking to Michael, because Michael was on the fourth date with old girl, acting as if he don't know if he really like her. It's like, no, you do, because you keep wanting to go out with her or whatever. He said, so for Ashley, for her to choose to go on this date, it means that she kind of like him or whatever. And it's like she cheating on me. Okay, if you like somebody else, leave me alone. I'm like, I guess so. Because it was funny when Michael and Whitney was on their date. Or was it Michael and Whitney? I think so. They like, well, like, what we want to keep dating? Like, how does it happen for us to, like, keep dating or whatever? I'm like, I guess the show gonna make y'all keep dating. I don't know. But anyway, downfall episode, he was pissed off at the end or whatever. I still don't like Shay and Michael. I still feel like Hollywood and Ashley needs to work up, because again, they not. It's been 9 years and y'all ain't married. Leave it be or whatever. And I think that could be a clean break. Tamika and Vince. Tamika isn't mature enough emotionally to be someone's wife. Okay, and you can tell that just by how she consistently cries at the drop of a dime over any emotion she has. Like, she's not ready to be anyone's wife right now. I'm gonna leave that be. And Vince ain't ready to be nobody's husband. No one on the show ready to be married. Ashley could be married if she was with someone besides Hollywood. And I'm done. Peace.